welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So today's video is going to be a panthatpalette update. This is update number 4 or 5. I honestly don't know because I haven't even done these consistently throughout the year, but I'm super excited to be updating you today. And this was originally obviously a double panthatpalette, but as you saw in last month's update, and if you're new, you can check out all my updates. I'll try to link them in a card for you or down below. We finished up the Urban Decay Naked Basics original palette, so I'm really excited about that. So I'm not going to show you that again because obviously, like, I finished it up. You saw an empty palette last month, so I'm not going to repeatedly show you that in every update. I will mention that I finished it, which I finished it in May, because this is technically my June update. I don't know, it's very confusing, but yeah, basically April. So I'm really excited to just be doing one palette now, and I'm talking about my progress and stuff. I don't have a ton of progress, but I feel like the progress I have is like consistent and good and a lot, so I thought I would do this for you today. But first, we're going to see what my palette looked like last month. Yeah, I feel like I've made a lot of progress. I feel like there are a lot. The pans were definitely like there, but I feel like I've really improved this month, if that makes any sense. So far the total for used up shades in this palette is 7 shades out of 16, so I feel like that's very good and stuff. And I guess if you don't count the shades I've taken out, it's only 14, but 7 out of 14 is like half the palette, so that's really good. But yeah, that's where we're at, and this is what the palette is looking like. I'm so happy with where we're at with it, and I'm just happy looking at this palette and seeing so many pans, so we're just gonna talk about them. So Blanc last month, I believe I had like it basically like panned a good bit. Like I think I had a pan in it, but it was definitely not this far from what I can remember. At this point, it's just around the edges, which is really awesome. I'm really happy with this, and I thought I would have it done by this month, or maybe not done, but I thought I'd have it a little bit more pan than this, even though that's really good progress. But Blanc for me within the next month, I would like to see that pan, and I definitely think that's feasible and possible, so definitely can see that happening within the next update. I recently panned canvas and stuff this month, actually like really shortly after the last update, which is exciting for me. And there's honestly 2 more days till June, and this video is going to go up on June 1st, so I'm only pre-filming it like 2 days and stuff, and I'm happy to have it panned and stuff. I was mixing those 2 shades for the longest time to make like a base for setting my eyelid, and that's kind of what I'm using currently and stuff. And then we're gonna move on, so I'm really happy to use that up. And then Cool Taupe, this is where we're at with it. I feel like there's really nothing going on with it. I've definitely been incorporating it to my eyeshadow almost every day. I'm not wearing this palette today, but I did wear it yesterday and I used that shade, and I'm just mixing it with another shade in the palette, which I'll get to in a few minutes. But I'm really excited to at least see me using it. I know it looks like there's no progress, and there pretty much isn't. It just looks like nothing, but I promise you that there is progress. I definitely think as I use in these next few months that more progress will come with it. It'll be like my everyday shade for when I need an everyday shade when I'm not playing with makeup, I guess. And then next I used up Pink Nude and Clay, which I was very happy about. I had those like where it was around the edges, so it was only, I think it only took me around like these were kind of days off of each other with using up, but it was around the edges. It was just having to reuse them and keep using them, and I'm so super happy to be done with those. Even though those were my favorite shades in the palette, they were such good setting shades, or they're such good like just your base off the crease shades. And then Terracotta is what I mixed Cool Taupe with, and that one I have a really good pan in, which I'm super excited about. And this one I think it'll definitely take me a couple more months to use, but I'm really happy with the progress on it. There's just a definite defined pan with it, and I can't wait to see where it goes. Dark brown I've been trying to use a couple times. I would use it to fill in my eyebrows, and I have been trying to at least use a little bit of it. On the outer corner you can definitely see there is some sort of dent in it. I don't know if you can see very well on camera, but there's some sort of dent in it, but I want to see it go further, of course. Then we'll talk about everyone's favorite shade, my favorite shade, which is light pewter. And this one I don't love. You definitely have to use a lighter hand with it, otherwise I feel like it looks really bad. But I definitely see as you can see, it's just around the edges, so I am happy with that, and I think it'll take me maybe 10 more uses to use up. So depending on how often I use it, I could probably get it used up by the next update, but we'll kind of see. I would love for it to be used up in the next update, and I definitely think it's possible since we're mostly around the edges, and honestly some of the edges are actually very light, meaning there's not much, and these are very loosely pressed, so it is kind of easier to pan them, but I would like to see that panned by the next update. Then we have Amethyst and Dark Brown, which Amethyst does have a slight bit of dent in, and Dark Brown not so much, but I would like to kind of try to make more progress with those. Even if I can just get a pan with those, I would be happy. This palette is getting older. I got this in 2017, I believe, and stuff, and I did really love it at the time, but I've mentioned this before, I'm just over it. I want something new. I'm not feeling this so much anymore, so I would love to be done with it, but I feel like this update is going to be very quick and sweet because I don't really have too many updates, but I still want to make the update because I want to keep these consistent as possible and stuff. And it is like, this is like our halfway mark with panning, so that's kind of why I wanted to make this, but I'm going to quickly go into my updates. I would have liked to at least get a dent in Cool Taupe and possibly get a pan in it, but I don't see that happening for at least 2 to 3 more months to get a pan in it. But I definitely want to just more define it and get more of a pan in it. And then Terracotta, I would like it to be at the point where it's on the edges. I think that would be a really good update, but if I can just keep panning that, I would be happy with that. And then Light Pewter, I would like to see that panned up, like I said. That would be awesome. I would like to see more of a dip on these darker shades. But yeah, we have 6 more shades left in the palette, so that's awesome. And I definitely just want to keep my progress rolling because we've already finished 1 palette, and I think this one I could definitely have 4 more shades used up by the end of the year. And I would probably call this palette Dunzo since it is getting up there and I find the quality isn't the best. So if I could use even 4 shades and just pan every shade, I would feel happy with letting this one go and decluttering it and throwing it away in my collection, which I know some people have opinions on. I don't know, this is just getting to the point where it is on the verge of being expired, so that's kind of why I'm thinking that route and stuff. But this is my halfway mark, so I'm very happy with where we're at and stuff. Really happy with what the palette looks like. As for my project pan, I do want to talk about this just real quick. I don't think I'm going to do a June update just because I think I'm going to do every other month. Like I mentioned, I would like to do a July one. So even though I do have a few things used up, I do have a few changes. I'm gonna wait till July to film that video, but I will be filming a products I've hit pan on so far in 2020 video. I've always watched those videos, but I've never made one myself. I'm honestly not even sure how that entails. Like, how do you decide what you mention and stuff, and how does that work using up products count? I've never done one of those videos, so I'll have to watch a couple. I've seen a couple of them, like I've watched a couple, but I haven't made one myself, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't even know like much about it. I just always have been, I guess, gravitate towards those kinds of videos, and I've always been interested, but I need to make one myself for sure. But yeah, that's where my palette is at. That's where I'm at with my palette. Like I said, I would like to get at least 1 shade used up and just keep panning and hitting pan on shades and stuff. And yeah, this is a very quick, short and sweet video. It should be fun to edit. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below and let me know what you're panning, project pan wise, pan that palette wise. If you're doing roulette collab pans or just roulette pans in general, let me know and stuff. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I post videos every single week, and I would love for you to be subscribed to my channel. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.